Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why you're doing what you're doing, but what do you make of Governor Wike's magnanimity? Let me use that word.
Indeed, it's magnanimity. Indeed. Yeah, I'm not here to praise the governor here.
Okay.
But let's come to think of it. That event was to celebrate one of River's sons.
Okay.
And people also, other musicians also partook in the show. Fine. I want to say what the governor did is not out of place.
It's not out of place.
It's never out of place. And don't forget, if governor leaves that environment or that event and did not do this, it's the same persons that who say, look at it, today is not a musician. He has refused to even say a word.
No, so
No. Let's get it.
Okay.
The same people saying that, why should he give or promise them 10 million naira? Will be the same person that will say, take it from me, take it or leave it. Will be the same person that will say no. You see, because they are not politicians, because they are not criminals, because they are not militants, because they are not these. Today now, the state government has not pronounced, has not appreciated. What is wrong with appreciating this talent?
So
don't you think that the governor is doing that to also make sure that those persons that have this innate talent can bring it up, can show it? I've not seen anything wrong.
So
if you ask me, but I'm not saying that it should not focus on areas that have been highlighted. Please understand me.
Okay.
I'm not saying the governor should not also look at those areas that have been highlighted. That look, oh, Mr. Governor, you need to look this place. You need to see this place.
Okay.
Don't forget, we have bottleneck in those areas you're talking about.
Okay. Now, there is nothing wrong in promoting, boosting, appreciating the tourism/entertainment sector of River State,
which is dying, and now he's resurrecting it. We are saying another thing.
Yes. That's one of many things that happen. But you see, at what expense? Who is paying for that?
So, would you want to know whether the governor, the promise made by the governor, is from the state government or is from his pocket? What are we concerned here?
It should not be from his pocket. That's
what
not. That's not. It wouldn't make sense for him.
What are we concerned
to say
here?
It's from his pocket because it would be a wrong narrative.
Give them money, make promise to them or appreciate them, or it should be from his pocket or from the state government pocket. What are we concerned? Those persons saying it, what are they concerned with? I want to know.
Again, as I said, there's nothing wrong in the state government welcoming its son. Burna Boy is from River State. He won a Grammy.
Yeah.
Let's not kid ourselves. It's a big deal.
A very big one for that matter.
So, come back home. You're from here. You've made us proud. Just getting Burna Boy here cost the state something. Because there must have been negotiations. Logistics, where he's going to stay, the food, the transport, all of that cost something. It might be negligible to the state government, but it did cost something.
It is.
People were flown in from different parts of the country.
Yes.
Artists came here to perform. So, for that, the state already had something they paid. Even if the governor did not promise that. Nobody was going to say, oh, Burna Boy did not have a wonderful homecoming. But imagine being in a family where your dad does not pay the school fees of the kids. And you're asking, Daddy, please pay our fees now. They will chase us from school. And say, don't worry, I will see what I can do. Then, a visitor comes to the house and tells your father of one problem that they have, and your daddy immediately brings out 4 times the value of your school fees and says, oh, don't worry, the people will know that I'm your brother. Now, there is nothing wrong in helping that family member, nothing wrong. But there's everything wrong in not settling your kids' school fees first. So that's where people are coming from. Not that Burna Boy should not be appreciated. No. Your child is out of school for school fees.
Let's understand this. This pension issues they're talking about, teachers' salary they're talking about. I think the governor has come out to say something about him paying pension.
What has he said?
Yeah, that is not owing. He said once that is not owing, and that to the best of his knowledge, he has been paying pension. There are issues. These are not issues. You just come out. The governor will come out to begin to explain. He has his commissioners to explain to the public. This is that.
Okay.
So this scenario you've painted is quite different from the scenario we're finding ourselves.
It is similar. What would you say?
Burna Boy is not a stranger. Those persons that took away that he gave those money, they are not strangers.
Okay.
He appreciated talents. Let's not forget, he appreciated talent. I want to make sure that the industry, that tourism industry that is dying, that has not had the feel, can come back.
So Ibi, we do need every sector working. And again,
and he has directed his attention.
I want
He has directed his attention.
I want us to get from this conversation that we want rivers working properly, every sector.
Is River State River State is working.
But
It's working.
There is something called priority. Most of the people that complain, and that's one of many reasons why democracy is wonderful, because people can't complain. They're not saying, oh, Governor Wike did not do well. The gesture itself. They're talking about how far he went and whether this was a priority at this time. So tourism needs to be boosted, of course, by all means. It would be nice to ship out 10 artists or people in the creative space every 6 months or 1 year from River State. Putting the state on the map, it will be very wonderful. But the state is still struggling with crazy unemployment rates, which is obviously making the crime rates increase. The state is still struggling to pay minimum wage, struggling.
Yeah.
The same state has teachers that protested just a week ago.
Yeah, demonstrations.
That they have not been paid for 5 years.
They're in court.
And it's not even that they think it's a privilege. There is an order of court.
It's never a privilege.
Mandating the governor to pay.
You know whether he has appealed?
No.
That judgment?
No, hold on. I'm stating what the reality is as at the time the governor made the promise. Now, these things are still on the table. People have said, those who went to the event and those who shared, opinions on social media, that there were more than 10 artists that performed before Burna Boy.
Yes.
If the governor fulfills the promise to give each of those talents 10 million, at least you're looking at 100 million.
Yes.
For not Burna Boy, for the artists. Now, some of these artists came from outside River State. So it's not just a case of, oh, we are boosting tourism in River State, we're promoting the entertainment sector. That gets it becomes a part of the conversation. But Burna Boy himself got a land in GRA, and well, according to the report, he's going to get money
to build, erect a
and
structure.
people are saying this money that you promised would have been put to better use somewhere else. It could have done something
better
that was of more importance to the state. Not that anybody doesn't want Burna Boy. Of course, a Grammy is a big deal. I mean, I've been following entertainment. I should know that. But don't you think that if the people who are crying every day for their salaries could get a part of it, it will be better? Because this is a gift. If the governor didn't give it, nobody will die.
Of course.
In fact, if there was no homecoming Burna Boy, it doesn't take the Grammy away from him.
No. But
So-
the same us, we're going to pick on Wike, Governor Wike, that such a good thing happened to a Rivers person, a Niger Delta person, a Nigerian person. We didn't do anything. So
I think that at this point, the governor should understand how democracy works. You must be criticized. Jesus was criticized. Everybody who had the best of intention
the
also got their share
criticism
of
here should
criticism.
be constructive. That is the issue. Some persons are missing it.
Okay.
They are missing it. Look, I am not here. Correct? I'm not here to say the governor should not know priority. He has prioritized certain things.
Okay.
I would say that he's not paying attention to the education. Fine. These are issues that are at the front burner. If the governor said he's tackling it, should it, because he's tackling it, it has not been solved, or he has not been able to solve it, not pay attention to other areas?
Is it supposed to take so long to tackle? Is it as in, how long would it take to solve some of these problems that have
Some
been
of
listed?
these, see, don't forget, some of these problems are not problems that the governor will just sit and just give a fiat. No, these are issues that they need to. It needs money. It needs agreement. It needs give and take. It needs where do I meet this situation?
So it doesn't take a century.
I'm not saying it should take a
There have
century.
been promises of different badges of thousands of jobs. At least I know of the 5,000 jobs promised.
Yes.
There was another thousands of teachers that were supposed to be employed.
Yes.
Nobody has seen anything. And then the MBS stats always release, keep talking about unemployment high in River State.
Yeah.
That's somewhere to start. If of the 5,000
Is
jobs
the unemployment
promised,
only in River State?
No.
Is it only in River State?
We are talking about River State
Is
because
it only in River State?
So wait,
it's in Nigeria.
Are we
We
gonna
are facing it.
so because it's an evil that's all across the country, we should be satisfied with it when we have the capacity to solve it.
No, please. I've not said so. But that whenever we pick out, yeah, it's good to be criticized. But when you want to criticize constructively. I am not a fan of the governor. I know when he does certain things, I say no, this does not go well with Nigerians. It doesn't go well with River State, its constituency. But at the moment, I'm standing with the governor for trying to appreciate these persons. He has moved from one junction to another junction to say, look, there is something in entertainment. River State, we have not welcomed entertainment. We have not done what ought to be done in the entertainment industry. So if the governor gives us 10 million, come on, what is 10 million?
I agree.
What is 10 million?
I agree that more has to be done in the entertainment sector.
It shouldn't neglect, please. It shouldn't neglect.
But
it shouldn't say that because there are problems facing him or facing the River State government, it should not pay attention to that area. The criticism must be constructive. And look, let me tell you, I'm bringing this thing. When I heard the governor moving, decentralizing the faculties, in fact, it just because I'm a journalist, that is why I didn't write something about it. I was one person that was very happy with that decision.
Okay.
Do you know the multiple effects that it will create to those areas that these faculties will be taken to?
So maybe
He's not a perfect person.
the point
The
I'm
criticism
making
must be
is
constructive.
You need to understand the firepower that you have. If I own an SUV with the engine capacity to take me, I don't know, I'm just looking for a way to explain this. River State has the capacity to do way beyond what we're seeing.
I agree
So
with you.
if we're moving at snail speed, people will complain because they know the power that has been given to the officials in those positions. There is no government that can solve all problems.
Never.
But there are basic problems that people know can be solved easily. If you have a state where, as I said earlier, people complain about minimum wage, people complain about gratuity, people talk about the high rates of crime connected to unemployment, and this happens, people will speak not just because they like to bash the governor, but the reality is clear. If the governor had not given the 10 million to all the performing arts, would you say that the state is not promoting entertainment?
If he had not done anything in that direction, I think I will be one person that will say, look, if it were a social sector, you will pronounce, you will do this.
Are you telling me
I will come out to
that
say
the
so.
Ministry of Tourism called you, Soebi, as a consultant and said, how do we promote entertainment in River State? You would say every artist that comes for the Burna Boy homecoming should be given 10 million.
This is
Are you telling me that is the first suggestion you will make to the state
No,
government?
I won't say so. I won't
What
do
would
that.
you say?
There are maps to draw. There are things to do to get the entertainment industry working. I wouldn't just quickly say this is the way to go. No, but in the spirit of welcoming, in the spirit of celebrating, in the spirit of increasing the attention in the entertainment industry, the governor was moved. He said, okay, people will say I have not done anything in this industry.
Why is people would say a reason for anything?
Yes, it's not people saying that brought you and I to here to
Things
discuss.
should be. But I'm talking about.
They are saying he has not worked in he has not paid pension. Is that not why we are talking? There are reasons why he hasn't paid pension. And you think that the governor is happy
practice. What is the standard? If you finish working and Nigerian food does not pay you, people would say it's not the first thing that will make the cut. It is your family will say, Daddy, we are hungry. That is the important say.
Yes, of course.
So we're not looking at just what people said because they said it. We're looking at what is wrong and what is right. What is the correct way of doing things? That's the people who say that matters, not that people who criticize.
The correct way of doing things, if the governor so think, if he so think at that moment that this is the way I want to run my government, are you going to say it's not right?
All right.
If you say it's not right, it's your own. But he said, look, this is the way I want to run my government. This is the way I want to do things.
Okay.
We should appreciate okay, let me ask, what if he has not done anything today? I mean that Saturday he did not make any pronouncement, not get close to even appreciating them. He just sit down and just left. Mind you, the same Nigerians, the same people were the people that say, I heard it on the street that if it were a so person, the governor will now do her homecoming. This homecoming was it was long expected.
Okay.
The celebration for Burna Boy was long expected. I think it trickled down to the hearing of the governor and the state government. That is why they took advantage. That if we don't do it, it will be as if we are not sincere in our policies in the area of tourism and entertainment. Maybe that was why he had to quickly move in and ensure that that is done.
Okay. So let's hear what the people have to say.
Yes.
0817923 0002. Now again, it's not a question of what is wrong or what is right.
Yes.
It's a question of if you think that money should have been put somewhere else. Our question on Twitter, of course, there is a poll. Make your voice heard on that platform at Nigeria InfoPH. What do you make of Governor Wike's largesse to entertainers at the Burna Boy homecoming? Was it necessary or wasteful spending? Let's get a feel of that, and then I get a feel of what you have to say.
Now, for all the other artists who perform tonight, I don't know what you have agreed, but all of you that have come today, the Rivers people, and the Niger that would have come to play today, to show the talent you have, all of you will go home with 10 million naira each. Tell them you came to Port Harcourt. Let me tell you, if we have money, our money must go to encourage our people.
All right, the words and voice of the governor there. Tell them you came to Port Harcourt. All right. 0817923 0002. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sam.
Good morning.
Good morning. You see, if we calculate all the money Rivers State have been wasting on frivolous donations from 1999 to today, it can make somebody to even commit suicide. Poverty is everywhere in Rivers State. If you calculate the 200 million that was donated in Sokoto, 500 million in Sokoto, 200 million in Benue State, and all the money that has been given to all the people coming to commission projects, they are not coming here free. All those people coming to commission projects here, they are not going free. They calculate it can make somebody commit suicide. Reverse man. If you see how poverty is ravaging, raising palm is not working. Syringe factory is not working. A lot of Rivers State-owned industries are not working. We keep on wasting Rivers State money on daily basis, on frivolous or on what I cannot account for. Thank you. My name is Jim Burma.
All right, Jim Burma. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
I'm sorry I have to let you go. Please call back. Something's wrong with the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Morning.
My name is Dr. Daniel Uchichukwu Dan Axe.
All right.
Yesterday, when I heard this news, I felt like committing suicide.
That's
but just give me some time and listen to my story.
Please.
But I remembered that at least there is no hard fact in heaven. I stood down my thoughts. Take a look at my story. I've just told you that I'm a PhD holder.
Okay.
I dropped out from secondary school in class 2. Go to CSS Arena and find out what I'm telling you. I never went back to the secondary school. Years later, I wrote Wike, NECO, and GCE, got my papers, got admission into Largesse State University. Year 1, year 2, I was driven out of school because I couldn't pay my school fees. A year later, I came to University of Port Harcourt, got another admission with the political science department. Year 1, year 2, I was driven out because I couldn't pay my school fees. 2 years later, I got another admission in the same University of Port Harcourt sociology department. Years later, I graduated with 2.1, 4.0 CGPA. I went for my master's. I got a better CGPA, 4.22.
All right.
And
So
went for my PhD.
what's the point you're trying to make?
Now I'm trying to tell you my story and that of Burna Boy. Which one should be more inspiring to the youths of Rivers State?
No, they are both inspiring stories. They are both inspiring stories.
There is nowhere on earth you would tell me, okay, what encouragement there are likes of me in Rivers State. What encouragement? Scholarship I did not get from Rivers State government. What encouragement whatsoever do you think that the backing of money to artists from outside the state would bring to Rivers State? In fact, I know that Rivers State government led by Wike is insensitive, but I never knew that this insensitivity has gone to this monumental proportion. If somebody should advise this government, he should look inward to encourage you. Manpower development is more important. This is madness for Christ's sake.
All right, thank you very much. Now, let's not discredit, in a bit to stating that the money should have been used for something else. I do not think that Burna is undeserving of whatever he gets at this point, And I think we will have to repeat it as many times as possible. Burna has done well. Anybody who follows entertainment would know that getting the Grammys or just being at that level, it is a big deal. Now, your government may decide to welcome you home and reward you, or they may not. It doesn't take anything away. Burna is a Grammy Award winner. The point people are making is the money that was given at that event should have been used for something else. Not that those people do not deserve any form of recognition, but it should have been used for something else. That's the narrative.
Yeah. Now I want to say that if I were the governor, what I would do, I won't pronounce that money, but I will still give the money to them unnoticed. Why it is becoming a subject of why it's now a subject of discussion is because the governor in the euphoria of the event decided to pronounce in his style, in his usual style, so decided to pronounce. But if he had not if he had not pronounced it, and some persons have appreciated more than this and did not. Why it is a concern, I also know, is because it's public money.
Of course.
That is why people are getting paranoid with it. But what I'm saying is this. We should not completely say the governor is totally wrong for not, for appreciating this. Our brothers, they are our brothers and sisters. They are our brothers and sisters. I appreciate and share in the experience of the doctor that just called. Fine. Is that also the making of Wike?
Think of the position of governor as a manager. Let's say we all have money somewhere, which we do, we're taxpayers. Somebody gets into office as a governor and we tell him, go there and manage our money. Put it in sectors that will be beneficial to us. If the governor decides to do what he did on Saturday, the people who own the money are supposed to do what they're doing now.
They are right. They are right. They are right. That is their right.
We are saying because it's public money. Of course.
They are right.
Accountability dictates
their
that
right
people
should not take to the extent of you now get out of you say something you ought not to say about the governor or about his action.
No. Of course,
these are things that
we would not endorse
they
anybody
should not
insulting the personality of the governor. It's the policy that people are against, not the governor himself.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, there are many other gestures that have, followed this. I mean, when the Super Eagles go and win something and come back, different governments promise them, we'll give you house here, we'll give you land here. For every goal you score, there's a.
Thank you very much.
There's
then those states, they don't have any problem. they don't have economic unemployment problem.
So
Those
if
states they
again-
don't have any
Again,
crime.
the fact
Those
that
states,
it's
they don't have
happening
any
somewhere
issue.
does not mean that it's okay that it happens here. The
I'm not
point-
saying it's okay that it's happening here. Please try to understand me, so that people, our listeners, will not say,
so that they will not say, just like they said for the state government. You know?
Yes,
they
yes.
wouldn't say.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but it's not the say that is my fear.
what's
It's the
your fear?
understanding of what both of us are discussing. Because as we are discussing to millions of persons are also understanding it and misunderstanding it in different ways that they get it.
All right. So let's take those millions, their opinions. Good morning.
Good morning, Sam.
Good morning.
My name is Jeweli. I'm calling from GRA.
Go ahead.
There's one question I would like to ask you, the presenter. You know, I want to ask, in your school days, maybe to the point you've got, I know you're a married man like you normally say, no, I've not seen your wife or know you in person.
Yeah.
You know, do you want to tell me for your entirety, there's no time maybe your relationship, which I would say your brother or your sister or your wife in person will ask you for something before you say, okay, darling, maybe when I'm back, I'll look for a way to sort the problem with you. Then along the line as you're coming, either your colleagues or someone you've not known before beg you for money along the line, and you didn't settle the problem in the house with your wife or your friends or your brother or sister, and you look at that person with pity, okay, so let me give this to you, maybe you are in need. Why you've not solved that problem? So I look at this thing that the governor did is, you know, one of a kind. What this man did, it is not out of place.
Okay.
It is what everyone that will love good things, who cherish good things, who want to encourage people also, you know, to do. What he is doing is something that there are some artists there that you don't see, you don't know. You can't speak. Me talking to you now, you don't know what is my intention or what I have in mind or what I've been practicing in, you know, in my room. So this thing that maybe I would say this recognition, this appreciation is given to Burna Boy and some other artists who have performed there is a trigger to some other person who has not been known.
All right.
Which you don't know, this will motivate them tomorrow. They might come in and do something. So, if the governor can do this, let me try to. Maybe I have a talent, you know, embedded in me, which I know.
Okay.
So, something of this very nature is not something your station should be criticizing about. I know it's your job. You know, it's your job, but when we say something, let it be constructively. Let's look at it. The governor cannot do anything. He has been dragging. If you check the 36 years of this country, he's the number one performing governor so far. He's doing roads they will talk about. He's not doing education. The man has tried in the area of education, which
okay,
I know.
hold on. Hello. First of all, I want to react to the criticizing part, but he's the number one performing governor based on what source? Where did you hear this? And what was the criteria for?
So many. One, I will give it to you. Number one is doing road. I know the internal road in this state, which when
No. Listen.
Zoom
If
office,
you say
that is one.
Listen. If you say somebody is the number one of 36 governors, saying he's doing road is not the answer to where you got that information.
It's part of what? It's part of it. Then school that you people always
Where
talk about.
did you hear that he's the number one governor? That's what the question is. I'm not disputing that
telling
he's
you
working.
That is my own perspective.
Okay,
That is
it's
how I
your
rate him.
opinion.
Yes, that is my opinion.
Okay.
That is how I rate him because I've been listening to news. I've not seen any other governor in this hardship where they are not getting their
Okay,
whatever you
so
call.
next time when you want to make that kind of statement, start with I think or I believe he's the best
Okay.
performing governor.
Okay, thank you for that correction.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, Oracle. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. In as much as I am not, I recognize the speech of Burna Boy and appreciate what he has done for himself, and which has given a pride with us people. I think that what the governor has just done is a displaced priority. And the question is, if Burna Boy was a member state, I think they would achieve what they achieved if he didn't move to Lagos. I remember that in within the early 1090, River State and Lagos were at par in terms of entertainment. That was why we have the Oracle Chinedu, the Operation Player, the Chelsea Boy in Port Harcourt, we have Kimuni in Lagos. Lagos and Lagos were neck to neck as far as entertainment is concerned. What policy has Liberty been put in place to make sure that just local artists can measure up to those in Lagos? As I speak with you right now, The school I attended, the government school I attended, the first school in Poco, shows the structure of this government. There is no teacher in that school, no single teacher. Tell me what the children in that environment will be. Will that grow to be like Burna boy? Invest in education. Make all this priority. And once you invest in education, you can get the best thereafter.
All right. Thank you very much. So, if you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to say something. Fine, the governor has started somewhere in the entertainment industry. I want to urge him to take it up, not only appreciating them with this 10 million.
Yeah.
10 million to 10 persons is 100 million. By his grace, he will fulfill it. So I think he has started a journey. I want him to convince and tell his critics that I did not only appreciate them for the sake of appreciating them. It's not a one-off thing.
Okay.
I want to focus on this industry. That is one industry that Rivers State has not taken advantage of. When the government focus and give freedom to the Ministry of Tourism, I think this is 10 million will to each of the performer, those persons that perform, will create an impact.
Okay.
Don't forget, this 10 million, they will also invest it in the economy.
Who
These
will
persons,
invest it? The artists?
yes, they will definitely. They will.
It depends. You can't tell what they will do with it. I mean,
It will definitely come back. It will definitely come back to the economy.
Okay.
So I want to advise him, if he will definitely take it, that please not only donating or appreciating them with 10 million, focus. This is one industry that need to be increased. His attention should increase there.
Okay.
Should increase his attention. I mean.
Well, thank you very much, Soibi, for your time. We appreciate it. Have yourself a lovely day.
Thank you.
This is where the Morning Crossfire comes to an end. It's been wonderful having you be a major part of this conversation. Remember, the poll is still up on Twitter. What do you make of Governor Wike's largesse to entertainers at the Burna Boy homecoming? It's at Nigeria Info PH. We have lots of votes, and of course, waiting for yours. Connect with us at Nigeria Info PH on all platforms, with me at Sparkling Oracle on all platforms, and at the Chinedus on Instagram and YouTube. I'll see you tomorrow morning. The Media Dialogue comes up next. Don't go anywhere.